Hi guys, Josh here from Elon Gaming, and today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. Some of you may be aware, but for those who don't, I managed to get an access code to Ubisoft's new FPS Battle Royale, Hyperscape. Hyperscape will be a free-to-play BR running off the same engine as Rainbow Six Siege, and is currently only playable on its technical test servers, which require access codes. Now these access codes aren't particularly difficult to get, however. All you simply have to do is go onto twitch.tv and be in a stream that is showing the game, and have your Twitch account and Ubisoft account connected to one another. For instance, I was lucky enough to receive an access code and a drop whilst watching the stream on Macy J's channel. So far, the technical test is only available on PC, but that's not to say there aren't necessarily plans for it to come over to console at some point. Hyperscape shares many similarities to other Battle Royales, most notably Apex Legends, Warzone, and of course, Fortnite. You start off deploying from a platform in the sky in escape pods in a team of 3. You quickly drop to the ground, and as is typical, you frantically look for weapons and abilities. Yes, this BR has abilities, much like Apex Legends. What makes it stand apart is that these abilities are in the form of pickups that can be used multiple times throughout the match and swapped out on the fly. The abilities range from being attack-based, defense-based, mobility-based, and intel-based, such as teleportation, turning into a giant bouncy ball, invisibility, health regen, and putting up defensive walls. The loadout of abilities can really allow you to be flexible with your playstyle, and be creative as to how you approach situations. I, so far, have found myself gravitating towards pickups that allow me to get out of danger quickly. That brings me to the next point. The movement style and pacing in this BR is ridiculous. If you ever thought that Call of Duty or Apex Legends was fast-paced, Hyperscape will make you think again. From what I've played, it feels like I need a full prescription of Adderall to keep up with all the chaos that's going on around you. The movement is akin to that witnessed in games such as Mirror's Edge or Dying Light, but jacked up on pre-workout and uppers. With double jumping, parkour, climbing, sliding, and being able to change direction mid-air. If this game was available in VR, Ubisoft would be getting sued for whiplash. All jokes aside, the movement mechanics are buttery smooth, and despite being an old man who needs to slow down a bit, there's nothing to complain about. Ubisoft have fully nailed movement within this game to make you feel fluid as fuck. That seems to be an upcoming trend in BR since Apex Legends implemented it. This game allows you to respawn fallen teammates, whereas Warzone brings the gulag and buy stations, and Apex with its respawn card system. When a player dies in Hyperscape, they enter the void and can still run around the map, but remain invisible to alive enemies. Whilst in the void, you can make callouts to your team, and you can also find respawn beacons that are dropped by killing enemies, but other than that, you aren't able to do anything else. This is a really interesting take on a BR's respawn mechanics, and a great way to prevent fallen teammates from immediately disconnecting. Apart from falling out of the sky, what defines the Battle Royale is the declining map real estate over time brought upon by an ever-enclosing mystical ring of death that, if caught behind, will slowly tick away at your health until you're inevitably dead. Hyperscape has been really inventive for this concept, and whilst yes, you will die in the out-of-bounds areas, the way that they've gone about it is incredibly unique. From the very start of the match, different zones or districts of Paris, the city on which the map is based, become dead zones, but in a non-circular fashion. You could see an area between one zone and another being cleared out, and you would have to cross that area in order to get back into a safe zone. It's kind of hard to explain, but makes sense when it happens to you. This makes it so that the playable area isn't as straightforward as playing to the most advantageous spots within a given circle, but can provide some extremely obscure safe areas of all different shapes and sizes. This game, however, is very much more forgiving if you get caught out of bounds, and whilst you will have your health tick away, it's incredibly slow and you can stay out of the safe zone for a very long time. The caveat to this is the fact that the buildings and surrounding areas in the out of bounds regions slowly start to disappear, leaving nothing but empty space and making you a very vulnerable target. The best way to envisage this is if you're familiar with the desynchronization that happens in Assassin's Creed games, and I wouldn't be surprised if the assets are ported over from there. The gunplay is very strong, they feel powerful, have manageable recoil, and can be easily upgraded by picking up matching weapons off the ground. My only issue at the moment being the small catalogue of weapons available in this build of the game, and it seems everyone is gravitating towards the minigun for its high ammo capacity, which, to be honest, makes sense when the time to kill is as long as it is, and believe me when I say it's huge. As the game is currently in its technical test servers, I can't really be too picky about the variety of weaponry, and I'm sure in the live build there'll be plenty more to choose from, but for now, we'll wait and see. So, what's my verdict? So far, I've liked the game. It plays really well, the art style is stunning, and the mechanics are on point. However, I've not been blown away. For me, it's overwhelmingly fast, a bit dumbed down, and incredibly twitchy, but that just goes against my preferences. I'm not a teenager anymore, and I think, like Fortnite, Hyperscape is tailored towards a younger audience and shorter, snappier attention spans. Now, that's not a discredit to the game, or its audience. If anything, I'm slagging myself off here. If I want to play a Battle Royale, I'm probably going to be sticking to Warzone, for its more tactical, methodical, and semi-realistic gameplay. However, this game is most likely going to be incredibly popular, and Ubisoft are going to make an absolute shitload of money from this. I think I've just become bored of Battle Royales, really, and I've played them all, ranging from Apex, Fortnite, Warzone, H1Z1, PUBG, and now this. From a technical standpoint, this game's pretty sick, and it works as intended, and if you're really into Battle Royales, especially Fortnite and Apex Legends, then you're gonna love this. I wouldn't be surprised if in a few months, Hyperscape actually surpasses Fortnite. It's that well done, especially if Ubisoft nails the cosmetics and skins. Cash money. Anyway, that's my incredibly quick take on Hyperscape. After all, with my incredibly large viewership and overbearing influence, my opinion is the only one that matters, and you should all listen to me, especially you, James. As always, thanks so much to those who watch my videos. And if you're new here or returning, please consider dropping a like and a comment, and maybe hitting the subscribe button, and I'll catch you later.